What is up, everybody? Play Pigs for Life here, and we are back with another episode of our Lost World Chaos series in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Once again, it's been a while since we've been here. But boy, do I have yet another story to tell you guys. So, in my most recent video, I had mentioned that I had a pre-recorded video all the way back from February. And so yesterday I went to go edit said video, and when I looked at my files, it just wasn't there. So this is very similar to my Poseidon Aquarium story, but yeah. So we didn't do well. I shouldn't say we didn't do much, but we got a few new dinosaurs, and I left off the video with me saying I was gonna do some off-camera work, so just planning the exhibits. And so because all that footage got lost, I thought I'd give you a tour of what would have seen. So let's get started. So first, if we turn to the left, this is our Dilophosaurus Enclosure. Now, you know, I tried doing it in first person, but all the dinosaurs are out of view. So this is a Dilophosaurus Enclosure. Let's put it on pause because I've had this game crash so many times. I made this enclosure, and this enclosure, I've also made this enclosure for Chasmosaurus and Critosaurus. Only we're not using them as Chasmosaurus or Critosaurus. Instead, we're using them as Utaceratops and a Canocephalus. So those are the only dinosaurs I got. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that in this exhibit there used to be Chunkingosauruses, but they all died of old age, and so I decided to replace them with Gigantospinosaurus. Don't worry, we're still gonna have Chunkingosaurus, but they're not gonna go with the Mamenchisauruses. They're gonna get their own enclosure. So this is what I've done. This is what I've done for planning off camera. So I made this little pathway that goes along here and over here. So this is gonna be the other two Stegosaurus enclosures. So Huayingosaurus and Chunkingosaurus. So we got the tour going all the way around. This is gonna be our Morrison enclosure, so Brachiosaurus, Stegosaurus, and Dryosaurus. This is going to be for our Raptosaurus, which we're using as a replacement for Apatosaurus. Instead of using Majungasaurus as Yangchuanosaurus, we're just going to use it as regular Majungasaurus, and it will go in this enclosure. And then this enclosure over here, so here's the plan. So, with the new Dominion Biosyn expansion coming out on June 14th, they're adding the Pyroraptor. And I decided that we're going to use the Pyroraptor as sort of a feathered Alaskan Troodon. And so, the current Troodon, we're no longer going to use as the Alaskan Troodon. Rather, we're going to use it as a different Troodontid known as Talos Sampsoni, which lived in the Kaiparowits Formation alongside Utaceratops, Echinocephalus, Zeutoceratops, and also Lithonex. So, yeah, enough talking. Let's get started. So, you know what? Let's start strong with the Talos Sampsoni. So, the only thing is, so I know that they didn't say that they're adding in, like, all the other species, like Atrociraptor, Morrison Trepidus, stuff like that. But on the off chance that they do, so, if you've seen Evolution Square's video, she speculated the, dinosaurs coming out with a free update instead of the paid DLC, which is why we don't know about them yet. On the off chance that the 5 new prehistoric animals. So those being Atrociraptor, Microceratus, Lytrosaurus, Oviraptor, and Morrison Trepidus. Then we're going to use Troodon as a Mongolian Troodon called Cynornithoides. Cynornithoides? Yeah, Cynornithoides. Wow, full batch. That's great. Ooh, and they're nocturnal. Yeah, most Troodontids have been found with absolutely huge eye sockets. So many scientists speculate that most Troodontids, or at least those found in the Alaskan Prince Creek Formation, were nocturnal. And especially with the Alaskan winters being in complete darkness, then they would have certainly needed that nocturnal vision. Another thing I want to do is I want to make this enclosure look a lot like this enclosure. Let's see. So, what do we use here? Looks like we used quite a bit of this tall nut and some ground leaf? Question mark? I know, but we'll have to wait and see. Water, prey, and open space. Wow, that's a lot of open space. You have to release via airlift.
Asset being transported. Acknowledging asset collection request.
Alright, Talos Sampsoni. The first ones
underway.
Are being loaded. Alright. Alright, everything is fine. It's just not in the sea. It needs for prey, and also it needs more friends. Great. That looks good to me. It looks good to them too. So, yeah, that's the... Yep, that's the Talos Sampsonis done. Great, so, right off the bat, let's move on to the next dinosaur. We're going to start here, and we're going to move all the way around. Though we might do the Raptosauruses before the big Morrison Enclosure. So, yeah, let's start simple with the... You know what? Let's replace the Chunkingosauruses because they were originally here. So, yeah. You know, why just wait one dinosaur at a time? Let's at least get the different dinosaurs incubating. Alright, we're gonna need all hands on deck. Next, we're going to do the Raptosaurus. Ooh, copies
en route to collect the asset.
Now lonely because one of their mates died. So we're gonna need to make a new batch of copies. What's great about this stage of the game is that we can now throw so much cash. We now have so much cash to spend. Alright, so our Chunkingosauruses and Huayingosauruses are done. So you know what? Okay, open space, ground fruit, ground fruit, water, ground water.
Commencing asset transit.
There we go. Both dinosaurs got water. If we have to, we can expand it. One likes ground leaf. And hold up. What was it again? Great. So we got ground fruit in here. We have ground leaf in here. So, Oh yeah, I forgot. We can only release a few at a time. So, ground fruit, ground leaf. Alright, this hopefully shouldn't take too long because there aren't very many dinosaurs in these batches. Ah, I thought my game crashed for a second. That would have been awful. And you know what? Let's also add in some ground leaf just to spruce up the ground bits.
You know what? I think that since we're done with the campaign, I think that from here on out, I am just going to time-lapse the rest of the video. Because
Asset delivery confirmed.
I reviewed the footage I recorded earlier,
Asset
and
transported.
I really don't want this video to be too long, but at the same time, I also really want to get a lot done this episode, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna keep recording, but it's going to be time-lapse. Kind of like our Jurassic World Evolution.
Asset being transported.
Which, yeah, that's something we quickly need to talk about. I think it's time we discontinue the Nuclear North Safari Park. I know. It's a bit saddening, but you know what? Jurassic World Evolution 2 was a good game for its time, but things have changed, and we wanted more, and we happily got more, so, yeah, finally ready to let go of Jurassic World
Asset has been transported.
I mean, sorry, Evolution 1, sorry. Oh gosh, you know what, let's just get into the time-lapse already. we have a little bit of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the tour on this video. So, start the tour. So you start by getting off the helipad, and the first exhibit that you'll see to our right here is the Dilophosaurus Enclosure. See him right over there? Looking stunning as ever. Also very scary. I'm kidding, I'm not scared. The only dinosaur that's really made me scared is the Scorpius Rex, probably. So then let's rear off to the right for a second. So then in here, you can find some of our Majungasauruses. So, I can't really find them now. But if we go into first person view, got Majungasaurus in here. They're all hiding. Then we get back into first person mode. In the exhibit right across from it is the Raptosaurus, and these guys are big, so you can get a much better view of them. Right off in the distance, you can actually see, I can see 3 of them. So, yeah, so then let's keep moving. Go over here, you will see our Morrison exhibit. So in here we got a mix of Stegosaurus, as you can see right over here, but there's also some Brachiosaurus and Dryosaurus in here as well. So now we have to backtrack a little bit. Alright, so we're back at the main path. If you turn around, you got the helipad, you got the Dilophosaurus, hotels, so we're gonna start by going right this time, so this enclosure over here is our Kaiparowits and Triceratops enclosure. So, we got the Hell Creek Formation, right over here. See, wide assortment of dinosaurs. We got another much better view of the Majungasaurus. I tried to get a view over there, it didn't work. So then over here, keep walking. Yeah, there's a lot of walking involved in this park. So in here, nope, that's not such a good view. You see, the thing about zoos is you gotta try and find the perfect view of the animals. Or in this case, the dinosaurs. Here it is. So, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. There we go. Whoa, easy girl. Right over here, we got a Raptor. Wait, are you a boy or a girl? I think it's one of the females, yeah. So you are a girl. Right over here, we got Raptor Enclosure. So then, this is our dinosaur park enclosure. So, here you can see the, our Parasaurolophus, and you can see a few of our Struthiomimus from over here. One of them is green, and it's right up against the water's edge. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. And there also seems to be another one heading towards the water's edge for a drink. What can I say? It gets hot here. Right over here, much better view. Oh, yeah, you can get a way better view from over here. Great. So, let's keep walking. So, over here, you can already see it. We've got our Majungasaurus. I forget exactly how many are in here. But then, I don't know if you can see it quite. Ooh. You can see it a little bit through the foliage. Right over there, you can barely see it, but we're gonna have to get out of first person mode. The Memenchis are sharing their exhibit with a herd of gigantic Spinosaurus. Yeah. So then, go back into first person mode. Go for a little stroll. I'm probably gonna speed this up. So, right over here, we got two enclosures. So, in this enclosure, right over here, I'm probably gonna have to get out of first person mode to see this. But right over here, we've got the Chunkingosaurus in here. Forget how many there is. Oh, 6. Okay. And then here, we got a herd of Brachiosaurus. Yeah. Man, we've got quite a good amount of Jurassic species in this park. I mean, this is Jurassic Park, right? So yeah, so we got a tour that's heavily themed around the Jurassic, with the exception of Raptosaurus and Majungasaurus, which were late Cretaceous dinosaurs. And then I'm just gonna give you guys a good look at the Dryos. Ooh, social animation! Oh, this is so cool. So then, like I say, can't have Jurassic Park without the Brachiosaurus. This thing is absolutely magnificent. Alright, so we're back at the intersection from last time. So now going off to our left, here you can see our Compsognathus enclosure. I think right over there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we got 3 compies by the watering hole drinking. So yeah, this is supposed to represent Jurassic Europe. We don't really have any other species representing Jurassic Europe. But then over here, sharing this, not sharing the space, but sharing like the little like triangular section, we've got the Cayenne Venators, which, right now, over here, I can see 2 Cayenne Venators eating from the feeder. You can see a bit of movement. There's a third one coming over. They're very small because they're far away. But yeah, and they're just small dinosaurs in general. And then over here, we have the Talos Sampsoni. Now, they're not going to be too active because they are nocturnal animals. Yeah, like I said, not very active during the day. But a few of them are active. Over here, we have more of the Kaiparowits Formation. I believe I have to get out of first-person mode again because these dinosaurs are hard to make out. So in this exhibit, we have got the Chasmosaurus, aka the Utah Ceratops, which is what we're using them as in this universe. And we have the Cainocephalus. Alright, now, here's the part we've all been waiting for. We have the Tyrannosaurus Rex pair. Aw man, so we got the male over here, and the female right over there. Alright, so this is the amphitheater, where, you can, occasionally the T-Rexes will come here and eat from this carnivore feeder, and guests can watch as they chow down on some raw meat. So yeah, that's gonna conclude the tour. And for that matter, it's also going to wrap up our Recreating Hammond's Dream Season 2. Now, next time I make a Jurassic World Evolution 2 video is most likely going to be based off of the new Dominion Biosyn expansion. Now, I haven't decided whether or not I want to do the campaign off camera, or if I want to do it on camera. But I'll definitely decide for next video. And once again, I do deeply apologize for the corrupted footage, where we got the Dilophosaurus, Triceratops, and the Cainocephalus. I promise I'll try to make sure this doesn't happen again in the future. So yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If so, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see some more Minecraft, Planet Zoo, and Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.